Oh Lord. Okay. So hopefully this will be the last one for today. Bro. Ooh, this takes a lot out of me. It takes energy, okay? Yep, it takes a lot of energy out of me, but hey, this is what I've been instructed to do. Alright? This is gonna start right on up, and we're gonna continue in this audio. My brother Morale, okay? This is, like I said, it's by no means slander or hate, nothing like that. No shade being thrown in the direction of my brother, nothing like that, bro. I'm just here to give more clarity and understanding, all right, to something that was a misconception, okay? So I'm bringing more understanding to this free agency, this free will, all right? I think, if I'm not mistaken, that the name of the video that I did this review on is Predetermination is the Father's gift to Israel, yet the curses of the Gentiles is their own free will. Okay? I agree with, some of this, okay? As far as the title, alright? But bro, my only thing is that some of this can be misleading, okay? And so I'm here to give more clarity. I'm here to give more understanding via the spirit of truth, okay? So let's go ahead and get it.
Their mind, when we woke up, they realized, holy Toledo, we have been set up, so now we got to take everybody down. This is why and they knew this. They ain't just waking up today. They knew this. They knew what they had to do. That's why they were like, they gotta enslave the mind of the Israelites to buy more time for them to have free will to rule over the people of God and the whole earth, over God's creation. But Israel was never given free will. Never.
See?
Why do I say that? Because
hold on. He's gonna say, why did I say that? And then he's gonna explain why he said it, okay? And his explanation makes sense, okay? I understand his mindset, like, and what he meant by it. Saying, because, bro, there's certain people that, set themselves up in authority. They're the ones who's creating the rules. Okay? They're creating the laws. They're creating the rules. They're printing the money. Okay? They're the one who created the financial system. Okay? They're the ones that control inflation and all of these things. Okay? They're able to just do whatever they want. They have made themselves gods upon this earth. Okay? They don't go to prison for doing wickedness upon earth. Okay? They are using they have used all this time to oppress all humanity and all creation. Okay? And this was allowed by the Great Spirit. Okay? For a certain amount of time. You see, just because the time that we've been on this earth, people, the last half a time, see, you don't understand true prophecy. You don't have the oracles of the living power, okay? All you have is your dogmatic belief systems that you were taught upon this earth by other mortal men, okay? And all of you of your religions, okay? We've been living in a half a time since the late 17th into the 18th century. Okay, that's the half a time with the revised Roman Empire. Okay? So, all of us upon the earth right now, ain't none of us from the 18th century. Okay? Not none of us upon this earth is from the 18th century. All of us upon this earth right now is from the 19th century and beyond. Okay? Therefore, we have all been living at the tail end of the half a half a time. But you think that this is, normal life. No. I mean, everybody, all of us can admit upon the face of the earth right now that the earth is full of evil and wickedness, great atrocities. But most of you cannot explain a reason why, the true reason why. If blood sacrifice was really the reason that Jesus came to the earth, then there would be no way that the earth would be in turmoil and in the chaos that it's in. So we know that to be a deception. So you Christians think that, well, that's just because they don't believe. Belief has nothing to do with it. Okay? Belief has nothing at all to do with it. It is about your actions. You can believe all damn day that you serve the Most High, but yet you living in your carnal flesh. So your actions is not lining up to who it is you profess that you serve and who you think you believe in. Okay? You've been deceived into believing in a false God. All right? And unfortunately, that's who most people worship upon the face of this earth. You worship a false god. Many false gods. Okay? You worship the god of money. You worship the god of materialism. Okay? You don't worship the living power. Alright? And you just think that this life that, is upon earth today, that, what we call life, you think this is normal. This is not normal, people. It is not normal. This is the height of the wickedness that all the prophets foreseen. They were given the visions of this, okay? We've been living out the days of Revelation all to this damn time. But yet you've been lullabied to sleep via your religions that, the Antichrist is coming. The beast system is coming. We've been living a beast system, people. The Antichrist was here back in the Messiah's day. He told you, even in his day, many Antichrists was already there. All right? The Gentiles were already revising Peter's writings. Hold on, let me see if I can find this right quick. Hold on a second. Because Peter had a problem with the Gentiles changing his writings back in his day. Okay? Hold on a second, let me find this. Alright, I think this is it. Come on now, what the heck are you doing? Alright, let's see here. Alright, the letter of Peter to James and his reception, okay? Peter to James, peace be with you always from the Father of all through Jesus Christ, knowing well that you, brother, eagerly take pains about what is for the mutual benefit of us all. I earnestly beseech you not to pass on to any one of the Gentiles the books of my preachings, which I forward to you, nor to any one of our own tribe before probation. For some from among the Gentiles have rejected my lawful preaching, and have preferred a lawless and absurd doctrine of the man who is my enemy. Now, the man who is his enemy is the so-called self-proclaimed Apostle Paul. Because many of you Christians have been deceived into thinking that Paul is the apostle to the Gentiles. But it's not Paul that was chosen by the Messiah. Peter was chosen by the Messiah. And Paul usurped Peter's position. And it's Paul that's been used to spread Christianity, which is a perversion of the true gospel. Okay? Paul is who has been used to preach lawlessness. Okay? You think that you ain't got to keep any laws of the Most High. You think all his laws been done away with, and all you got to do is profess Jesus and believe in Jesus, and you can just live lavishly in your carnal flesh. You have been deceived, and Paul was used to bring you that false doctrine. Okay? And here we're reading Peter tell you this. All right? So many people prefer a lawless and absurd doctrine of the man who is Peter's enemy, Paul, the self-proclaimed apostle, okay? Who teaches you it's okay to not keep his law. It's okay to not keep the law of the Most High. All right? And indeed, some have attempted, while I am still alive, to distort my words by interpretations of many sorts, as if I taught the dissolution of the law. He never taught the abolishment of the law, nor did the Messiah come to abolish the law. The Messiah came to fulfill the eternal law of love and life. Okay? He came to show us how to live the eternal laws of love, life, and purity. He didn't come to do away with the eternal laws of love and life. Now, for to do such a thing means to act contrary to the law of the Most High, which was made known by Moses and was confirmed by our Lord in its everlasting continuance. For he said, the heaven and earth will pass away, but one jot or one tittle shall not pass away from the law. This he said, that everything might come to pass. But those whose persons who I know not how allege that they are at home in my thoughts. They wish to expound the words which they have heard of me better than I myself who spoke them. Okay? To those whom they instruct, they say that this is my opinion, to which indeed I never gave thought. But if they falsely assert such a thing while I am still alive, how much more after my death will those who come later venture to do so? Gentiles have made up their own rules. Okay? So all you Gentiles, all you evangelical Christians, you need to humble yourself like that of a child and unlearn the indoctrinations of this world. Relearn via the Spirit of truth if you want to be delivered with the children of light from this unrighteous ass system. Okay? Let me prove this one more time as I'm led to by way of the Spirit. Wickedness have polluted the whole earth, okay? Hold on, let me open this up and I'm going to go over a couple of things. Let's see here. They have perverted the word of the Most High. Yes, they have. They perverted his word, okay? They perverted his word. Big time. Okay? Now, we're going to go over this first. I'm going to make sure you guys can see. Okay? Alright. I don't know why I keep doing that. Hold on a second. Alright. The Messiah told us that they would do this. Okay? This is in Gospel of the Holy 12. Okay? Lection 44. Go check me. Go look it up yourself. You can Google Gospel of the Holy 12. Go to Lection 44. And then go to verse 7. Alright? But there shall arise after you men of perverse minds, who shall through ignorance or through craft suppress many things which I have spoken unto you, and lay to me things which I never taught, sowing tares among the good wheat, which I have given to you to sow in the world. Then shall the truth of the Most High endure the contradiction of sinners. For thus it has been, and thus it will be. But the time cometh when the things which they have hidden shall be revealed and made known, and the truth will make free those which were bound. Okay? In order to see this truth, people, you have to humble yourself like that of a child. You have to unlearn the wisdom of this world. The wisdom of this world is foolishness with the Most High. Okay? Let's make this a little bit bigger. Alright? So, let me go ahead and read this from... Okay, here it is right here. Make it bigger so we can see here. Alright, now this is from the Gospel of the Nazarenes. Okay, we're going to read the forward. Alright? Without a historically accurate account of the times and teachings of the Messiah, one is easily subjected to the kind of distorted information propagated at the Council of Nicaea and later in the 4th century. The Nicene Creed and all its related dogma, transmitted through the ages as historical and spiritual truth, has been perpetuated ever since. A gospel referred to under a number of different titles, the Gospel of the Nazarenes being one of them, has also persisted through the centuries. This gospel was referred to by a number of church father historians. Papias, some name I cannot pronounce, Irenaeus, Clement, Origen, Basil, and a whole bunch of names, okay, and St. Jerome, among others. All right, the way of Jesus, the Nazarene, as taught in this gospel, is the ancient way of life, taught since the time of Enoch and Noah. Okay? And even now, the word that I speak to you is not my words. Okay? It's the same thing that was taught in the time of Enoch and Noah. Okay? It's never changed. It's never deviated. Its historical authenticity is validated by its total alignment with ancient teachings found in the Torah and the Talmud. Although it may appear shocking to those brought up in the King James, there is strong historical evidence that these teachings are essentially the same as the Bet Hillel school of Pharisees and Essenes of that time. There is also some historical evidence that Jesus studied with the Hillel and the elder who founded the Bet Hillel branch of Pharisees. Jesus and the members of the Bet Hillel school, which was a slight minority to the Bet Shammai school, were persecuted by the Bet Shammai Pharisees, who were in control at that time. Yes, Jesus was brought up not only as a Hebrew, but in the Nazarite Essene or Nazarene set of the Essene branch of Judaism. Many of the Essenes at that time were previously Hillel Pharisees who were forced to leave the set because of the bitterness of the attacks by the Shammai Pharisees. Okay, so now we see here that the doctrine was polluted and tampered with. Okay, the true doctrine was stamped out. Okay, received a lot of persecution. All right. Now, 1 second. We're gonna get the Odes of Solomon here. Let's see if I can get this a little bit bigger. All right, because we already read that. Now we're gonna read the Odes of Solomon. All right. The corrupting of the corrupter. All right. Hold on. Actually, let me pull it up from a different place. Odes. Odes of Solomon. Let's see here. I'm going to pull it up here because it'd be easier for me to read. All right. So this is from Ode 38. Okay. I'm not trying to be here forever, bro. I'm gonna scroll down here to verse 9. And the corrupting of the corrupter. All right. I saw when the bride who was corrupting was adorned, and the bridegroom who corrupts and is corrupted. Okay. The corruption started with us. All right. We were corrupted in our minds. All right. The Israelites were corrupted in their minds. Remember, today I went over this in the first segment. I think either the first or second segment. I brought out the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles. Okay. I brought out the Nazarene Acts of the Apostles and how we went astray. Okay, how we learned from the Egyptians animal sacrifice, okay, and how we were taught via the Egyptians that blood sacrifices cover our sins, okay. That was something that we were corrupted with, okay. So the corruption started with us, all right, and it went on with the Gentiles. Okay, they took our corruption and they multiplied it. All right. Verse 10. And I asked the truth, who are these? And he said to me, this is the deceiver and the error, and they imitate the beloved and his bride, and they cause the world to err and corrupt it. And they invite many to the wedding feast. This is what your missionaries have done. Okay? All your Christian missionaries and all your religions. They done went to all over the earth. Okay? Inviting many to the wedding feast. Okay? And allow them to drink the wine of their intoxication. Okay? Their false doctrines. All right? So they caused them, the people who they indoctrinated, they caused them to vomit up their own wisdom, all right? The wisdom that they have within them, their conscience. You know, don't listen to your conscience. Don't listen to that small, still voice within you, okay? Don't listen to the living word that's been written upon your heart, okay? Embedded within your conscience. Don't listen to that. Vomit up that wisdom, okay? Sear your conscience. Listen to mortal men, okay? So they are prepared for mindlessness, okay? We've been prepared for mindlessness. That's what this whole, within the 19th century, all of us upon the face of the earth till now, okay? The school system was to prepare us for mindlessness. That's why it's all about memorizing and repeating. Okay? Remember what we tell you. Read this book study this book, memorize this book, and repeat it, regurgitate it on the damn test that we give you. If you do good in that, then you will get A's and B's. You will become a straight A student, okay? You will become valedictorian. We will reward you, okay? You graduate with honors, okay? You're praised for being able to rememorize and repeat, all right? You're memorizing what men is telling you. You're repeating what men has indoctrinated you with, okay? And in the meantime, you've seared your conscience with a hot iron, because you're casting off what the Most High wrote on your heart and within your conscience to follow the ways of this world, being prepared for mindlessness. Verse 14, then they abandoned them, so they stumble about like mad and corrupted men, since there is no understanding in them. Neither do most of you seek it. You don't care to have understanding. You don't care to go deeper. You want to stay on surface level, okay? Verse 16, but I have been made wise, so as not to fall into the hand of the deceivers. And I myself rejoiced, because the truth had gone with me. For I was established and lived and was redeemed, and my foundations were laid on account of the Lord's hand, because he has planted me. For he set the root and watered it and endowed it and blessed it, and his fruits will be forever. It penetrated deeply and sprang up and spread out, and it was full and was enlarged. And the Lord alone was glorified in his planting and in his cultivation, in his care and in the blessing of his lips, in the beautiful planting of his right hand, and in the attainment of his planting, and in the understanding of his mind. Hallelujah! The fig tree has begun to grow. Okay? Oh yeah, we have sprouted, baby. We sprouted. And there's good fruit on this channel to help you grow in the spirit and in truth. But in order to do so, you must humble yourself like that of a child. Jeremiah 8:8. How do you say you're wise, and the law of the Lord is with us? Lo, certainly in vain made he it. The pen of the scribes is in vain. Judah's sin and punishment. Verse 7. Even the stork in the sky knows her appointed seasons. The turtle dove, the swift, and the thrush keep their time of migration. But my people do not know the requirements of the Most High. How can you say we are wise and the law of the Lord is with us, when in fact the lying pen of the scribes has pronounced a deception? You're trusting in the written word of men, when you blindly just read what you read in the pages of books without any discernment, when you're unable to separate the good apart from evil. The wise will be put to shame. They will be dismayed and trapped, since they have rejected the word of the Most High. What wisdom do they really have? So those of you who claim to be wise, all these people that set themselves up in authority upon all humanity and all creation, they are about to be put to shame. They will be dismayed. They will be trapped. Nothing they can say can overturn this eternal word. Nothing they can say, nothing they say will refute what we have been given by the way of the Spirit. So what wisdom do these people really have? What wisdom do they really have? Have you done research? Have you done any study of how the truth within the scripture has been twisted and changed and manipulated by scribes and translators, false teachers and prophets? Why are you blindly believing and following men and their doctrines? You do it because it makes you feel good. You get itching ears. You need to seek the truth. The truth will set you free. People cannot change the truth that lives within you, okay? The eternal living word has been embedded within our conscience. It's been written within our hearts, okay? That eternal truth cannot be changed nor manipulated by anybody, okay? However, written words in the pages of books has been manipulated by men. Mortal men wrote with ink on paper. They can write any damn thing. So why are you blindly believing what you're reading with no discernment? They did business in his word. St. John, okay? We're going to go over this right quick briefly. St. John chapter 1, all right? Now see, we're used to reading it in the KJV. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Is that the way that it was originally written? No, it's not. And it causes confusion, okay? This is the way that it was written before. It was tampered with and changed. In the beginning, right over here. In the beginning was the gospel preached through the Son. And the gospel was the Word. And the Word was with the Son. And the Son was with God. And the Son was of God. Okay? So they changed that. Verse 3 is pretty much identical. You see? Verse 3, all things were made by him. Let's go over here. All things were made by him. And without him was not anything made which was made. And without him was not anything made that was made. How come verse 3 is exactly the same, but verse 1 is completely different? Verse 1 in the KJV is making it seem like, the Word, which was, referred to as the Messiah, is God. No, he was the Son of God. Just like all of us upon the earth are sons and or extensions of the Most High. We are extensions of the living power. Okay? And we're sent to this earth to learn and to overcome and to help raise up others, reproducing spiritually. Okay? So let me read it one more time. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Okay? So in the beginning was the Word. All right? And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. That is not what it said in the beginning. Okay? In the beginning was the gospel preached through the Son. Okay? And the gospel was the Word, the living Word. Okay? The gospel is the living Word. And the living Word was with the Son. The living Word is with me. The living Word is with the extensions upon this earth who choose to be obedient to the living Word and apply that living Word to our life. Therefore, the Word will dwell with us. Okay? And when the living Word is dwelling with us, then the Most High is with us. And we are with the Most High. Okay? Now, bruh, it is not complicated. It's not hard. Okay? This is Enoch chapter 105. Alright? They have perverted all which the Most High has spoken by the mouth of the prophets, all which they ought to do. But the living Word is back on the earth today. Okay? So you have free agency to choose to ignore what we've been instructed to speak or humble yourself and accept this truth, thereby allowing it to set you free. Okay? Second Ezra chapter 15. Let's start in verse 1. Behold, speak thou unto the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, says the Most High, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them that trouble thee, that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, says the Most High, I will allow plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore says the Most High, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit. Neither will I suffer them in those things which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and righteous blood crieth unto me, and the souls of the just complain continually. And therefore says the Most High, I will surely avenge them, and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people have been led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. We are about to be delivered from this unrighteous ass captivity. And if you want to be delivered with us, then you will humble yourself like that of a child. You will repent. And you will keep the eternal laws of love, life, and purity. You ain't got much time left, bro, because we are tired and we're crying out daily. We're crying out daily to be delivered from this unrighteous ass captivity. This is the sign of the times. Matthew 24, 1 through 14. We're only going to read verse 14. This is the gospel of the kingdom, which shall be preached in all the world as a testimony unto all nations. Once you have your free agency to either reject this truth or accept it, then the end of this unrighteous system will come. Okay? You people love your false prophets. You love supporting these people who preach unto you what you want to hear. But you hate the real ones of the living power who tell you what you need to hear. It ain't changed. It's the same today. Oh, you gather all your stones and you throw them at me. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Get with this system or suffer. That's your that's your stones that you throw at us today. This is captivity, people. I have been instructed to make this evidently crystal clear unto you, so that you can make a logical choice for yourself. Because this shit was forced on us. This shit right here was forced on all of us. But this is not all there is. Okay? You have another option. I humble myself. I turn from my wicked ways. Now I'm waiting for him to deliver me. And many of us, there's several of us that is waiting to be delivered, okay? We are waiting to be delivered from this unrighteous ass captivity. Let's continue.
Because even the Gentiles say, well, we had to enslave you ninjas because you ninjas were under the curse of Ham.
But that's a lie. And, like, bro, we did have free will, bro. That's what I'm saying. That right there is dangerous. Because you'll have some Israelites listening to this like they don't have to take accountability for their own wickedness. And the things of our ancient forefathers, the wickedness of our forefathers that caused us to go into captivity, bruh. You killed the Messiah. You had the Messiah murdered. You handed the Messiah over to the worst of the heathen, the Romans, to have them murder him. And then you said, may his blood be upon us and upon all of our children. What the hell did you think would happen? You talking about we didn't have free will? You're telling me that the all power of love and life forced our forefathers to do that? Bruh.
If you're enslaving us now, let's say you started enslaving us pre-1400s, and Ham was the Canaan, and Ham wasn't even Ham. Canaan looked upon Noah eons ago. Why are you bringing that up now to enslave us now to what happened then? Predetermination. You were predetermined to be slaves. We just flipped the script and said you're Hamites so that you would know that you're Shemites, so that you would understand that we're taking over the creation of God. Predetermination. Israel didn't have free will.
That's not true. That's not predetermination. That is the consequences of our stiff-necked ways and our disobedience. The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, and we can clearly see that this is what happened. Yes, the Father foreknew in his knowledge that that would happen. That is not predetermination that you're trying to make it out to be, bro. You're trying to make it out to be like we were predetermined to go through all of this. Like the Creator, the giver of the breath of life, sat there and moved our people into doing this and moved our people into doing that. No, bro. He kept sending prophet after prophet after prophet after prophet, warning us. And we chose with the free agency to not listen to the prophets and to kill the prophets, even down to the Messiah. That is not predetermination. That is wickedness on our part. That is evil on our part that we sowed. Therefore, we had to reap the consequences of that. And until you accept that, bro, until all you Israelites accept your punishment that you had to be under the boot of the worst of the heathen, while all of these pale-skinned people got to live luxuriously while looking their nose down at you, until you accept the reason why they were allowed to do this, you're still in captivity, spiritually. You're still under spiritual captivity. You have to own up to your own transgressions. Now let me prove everything that I just said, okay? 1 second. I'm led to prove this. 1 second. I'm going to prove everything that I just stated. Alright, I want to make it very crystal clear, because I've heard this many times from several of my brothers, my beloved brothers, okay? I love my brothers, alright? I do, and my sisters, okay? Because, there's a whole bunch of Hebrews, they're misled, okay? In this understanding, okay? It's like they, compared to chess, and like the Most High is up there moving the pieces around on the chessboard. No, bro. He created the chessboard and knew in his foreknowledge how it was going to play out. Knew what we were going to do, what we were going to choose to do with our free agency. The Most High is all good. He gave us free agency. We were able to freely choose how we live our life, and we still are. Okay? So, let me bring you over here to Photoshop. Okay? And we were warned by all the prophets, okay? First, let me go here. Do I want to go here first, or which one do I want to do first? Let's go to 31 first, okay? And surely I will hide my face in that day for all the evils which they shall have wrought, in that they turned unto other gods, okay? We were not supposed to be shedding blood in this land, people, all right? And the Lord said unto Moses, behold, thou shalt sleep with thy fathers, and this people will rise up and go a-whoring after the gods of the strangers of the land, whether they go to be among them, and will forsake me, and break my covenant which I have made with them. Then my anger shall be kindled against them in that day, and I will forsake them, and I will hide my face from them, and they shall be devoured, and many evils and troubles shall befall them, so that they will say in that day, are not all these evils come upon us because our God is not among us? And I will surely hide my face in that day for all the evils which they have which they shall have wrought, in that they are turned unto other gods. Now therefore write ye this song for you, and teach it to the children of Israel. Put it in their mouths, that this song may be a witness for me against the children of Israel. For when I shall have brought them into the land which I swear unto their fathers, that floweth with milk and honey, and they shall have eaten and filled themselves, and waxen fat, then will they turn unto other gods and serve them, and provoke me, and break my covenant. And it shall come to pass, when many evils and troubles are befallen them, that this song shall testify against them as a witness. For it shall not be forgotten out of the mouths of their seed. For I will know their imagination, which they go about, even now, before I have brought them into the land which I swear. Okay? So we went a-whoring after gods of bloodshed. Okay? Because the all power, the living power, does not require bloodshed. Okay? There was to be no blood shed in this land. Okay? But we broke that covenant. Alright? Therefore the Most High turned his face from us. Alright? Deuteronomy 32:20. And he said, I will hide my face from them. I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very forward generation, children in whom is no faith and no obedience. They sacrificed unto devils Because the Most High never asked for bloody sacrifices. Alright? Not to the Most High. But they sacrificed to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Alright? Of the rock that begat thee, thou art unmindful. Alright? We read in the Odes of Solomon how, we were taught mindlessness, okay? And has forgotten the Most High that formed thee, the Most High, the creator of our spirits, the lover of our soul, okay? The living power, all right? And when the Most High saw it, he abhorred them because of the provoking of his sons and of his daughters. And he said, I will hide my face from them, and I will see what their end shall be. For they are a very froward generation, children in whom there is no faith nor obedience. They have moved me to so-called jealousy, but it's not really jealousy. We just was not being obedient to the living power. Instead, we did not keep the covenant, people. Okay? The Most High is not jealous, but, we were supposed to keep the covenant. All right? And they have provoked me to anger. The Most High does not get angry. However, he will allow the freaking eternal laws to come upon us, a reaping of the things that we sown. Okay? Allow the eternal law of reaping the things we sown, all right, because of our vanities and all of the profanities and the wickedness, the abominations that we were doing in the promised land, okay? And I will move them to jealousy with those who are not a people. I will provoke them to anger with the foolish nation. So he allowed us to be trodden underfoot with the foolish nation, okay? The worst of the heathen that set themselves up in authority over all humanity and all creation, they are very foolish, okay? They were wise in their own conceits, okay? And yes, they took crafty counsel against his people, all right? They were emboldened of Lucifer, okay? For a fire is kindled in my own anger, and shall burn into the lowest hell, and shall consume the earth with her increase, and set on fire the foundations of the mountains. And he allowed mischiefs to be heaped upon us, all right? And allowed all the arrows of our enemies to be shot amongst us, okay? And we were destroyed, okay, because of our own wickedness, our own transgressions, okay? If only we had been obedient. But no, we were stiff-necked, and we continue to be stiff-necked, okay? Started killing the prophets, all right? Handed the promised anointed one, the Messiah, handed him over to the worst of the heathen, the Romans, to have them murder him. Okay? And then they said, may his blood be upon us and upon our children. Matthew 27:25. Then answered all the people and said, his blood be on us and on all our children. Okay? They wanted the most wicked one up there, Barabbas. They said, release Barabbas unto them. Okay? Barabbas was not righteous. Barabbas was wicked. Okay? But they handed the Messiah over, the righteous one, who committed no sin and who walked in divine love and came to his people to raise his people from the dead, raise his people from the grave, teach his people divine love, purity, laws of life. They didn't want that. They rejected that. They said, release unto us Barabbas. And said, crucify him. They scourged the Messiah and delivered him to the worst of the heathen to be crucified. Okay?
This is not predetermination. Just because the eternal all knew in his foreknowledge what would happen. That's not predetermination, bro. Yeah, we still have free agency. We still have free agency. We all have free will upon this earth. So, bro, I don't think that he's like deliberately twisting scripture. I just think that he's a little bit confused on the matter of free agency and how it works. And the reason why we went into captivity. Like, it's like, bro, you must not understand that it was because of our own wickedness that the Father allowed us to go into this bondage. There is a reason he allowed the earth to be given into the hands of the wicked. Okay? Because the children of light, did not want to be the light. Okay? No, we wanted to be the darkness. So he allowed the darkness to rule so that we can get a crystal clear view of what it looked like, what it felt like to live in a world full of darkness. So that way we could know for surety that his way is the only way for peace, love, and happiness for all of humanity and all of creation. It is not that complicated. It is not that hard. It's very simple.
You have free will to rule over.
There is something upon my spirit, but I have no idea where it's at. 1 second. Where is it at, Father? Bruh. Let me replay that one more time. 1 second.
So that way we could know for surety that his way is the only way for peace, love, and happiness for all of humanity and all of creation.
Okay, yes. It's in a sealed portion. 1 second. Thank you, Father. Alright. Let me see if I can find it. I'm going to have to do some hunting for it. Oops. I do need Chrome. Okay, yeah. This is going to be in a sealed portion, okay? Because the sealed portion gives us, more understanding, okay? This is a book that's been unsealed, all right? Let's see. Bro, that's way too many plants right there. Oh my gosh, bro, we'll be here forever. No, plant, not plants. Come on, narrow that down some. Wow, that's still a lot. Okay. The spirit children of God are taught the plan of salvation. The rebellion of Lucifer and the great debate in heaven is mentioned. The state of those who followed Satan is revealed. So this is chapter 5. How long is this? Kind of long, damn it. I'm not trying to read all of that. Alright, hold on. Let's see here. 1 second, people. I did touch on this part right here. Hold on. Let's start in verse 3. And I'm just going to go until he taps me to do something different. Let me see my time, too. 59 minutes, okay. We don't have much left of this audio. Maybe a little less than 10 minutes is left, I think. I'm trying to see. Let's see, with 36 minutes into it, and it's about 42 minutes. All right. Yeah, about 42 minutes. All right, now, verse 3. And he explained unto them. Can you guys see well enough? Let's blow it up a little bit more. And he explained unto them, verse 3, he explained unto them that these were the works of his own hands, and that after their pattern he would prepare the worlds wherein these spirits would reside and enter into their second estate, or in other words, mortality. Okay? Behold, the first estate of all beings is that in which they were created as spirits. Okay?